timeout to kick off to get this game underway. Coming out with it, it's Branch. He's brought down to the 16. Off to take the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
And now on second down for this offense. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going to take a shot. He's got it down the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
And a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Takes the handoff. It's Love. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to it. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's still 3rd and goal. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third and goal coming up here. Quick strike complete. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive now. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's loose. The 30, running inside the 20. Touchdown tie. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running to the left. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
One of the things I love about these misdirection type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Yep.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Still running at the 40. Just destroying his way through the field. He's piled up 65 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They'll keep it on the ground. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Third down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Notre Dame 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Get set!
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He makes a catch. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Wide out in motion. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's now second and goal.
Now on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll try to blast their way in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense now moving forward in this game. That last drive is going to pay a big difference.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. He wants to take the top off. And it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
He'll keep it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's hauled in at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Giving him his pads. Touchdown, Notre Dame! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Astronauts. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Wants to throw. It's Ncaa. Oh, he wants it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right, and I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
I love when players understand the situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He wants to throw. Steps away. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that's one of those as a quarterback. You're out on the perimeter of the field. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. You think you can fit it in there, but, man, you've got a lot of speed. And next time you're in that position, you might just decide to take off because you might just go score.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Running back searching for a hole. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. Just it makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. Motion from the offense. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Touchdown, Irish! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback and the 25-yard line. Rolls onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking downfield, it's Manning. He's got it down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his man. It's Young. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, he'll fire. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. Looking to throw for it. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Comes out throwing on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Makes the grab. It's Williams. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. You know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Gonna run it. It's Love. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Calls his own number. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he got loose, it was all over. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Wyoming is ahead in this one, but there's still time on the clock, and unless Josh Allen puts on that Pokes uniform again, this could stay tight. They're up by a field goal over Cal. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Hampton.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Here comes the offense on second down. Still on his feet at the 45. That's a live ball. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
And, man, I know he's going to be really upset with himself because you have all these goals and all these things you want to do, and you come in your first touch, man. You cough it up, but you got to put it behind you. This defense needs to come out now, be ready to play, fight back, build some momentum back the other direction.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Here comes the offense on first down. Looking for space. It's locked. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on second and long. He's looking to throw. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. To the air, it's Manning. Gets open down the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 28, Alabama 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Goes to the option. Quick toss. Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally got it out of bounds, and even with that kind of pickup, they are still short of the first down.
Defensively, in these situations, when it's such long yardage situations, I'm going to be very, very conservative. I'm going to drop guys really, really deep. If you want to run the football, you can have at it. Now, ideally, you don't want to give up that many yards, but you still didn't give up a first down, so it's still successful.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Firing to the right, complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season. And it took to the second half, but I tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season. And this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish, back on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Quick handoff. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive. And so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. He'll start this drive firing. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, they've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
Looking to go up top on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Alabama pushing the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Fires deep toward the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Bama! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, and I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by a field goal over Hawaii. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give from the gun. Nice move to keep moving. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. He'll set up to throw. They'll run the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. The give as they work on that clock. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Notre Dame would love to just run this thing out. They'll go with a direct snap. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.